Welcome to the 2017-2018 NBA preview. My name is Josh, your Envyerz. Today I am covering the 10th ranked team, the Milwaukee Bucks, who I have being a 5th seed in the Eastern Conference or higher. Like usual, this series is inspired by Grantland, and also like usual, this series isn't based off of who's going to win a championship. It's simply based off of regular season wins and losses. And last season, the Bucks had a total of 42 wins and 40 losses. This season, I see them being a 44-win team to tops being a 48-win team. Last season was kind of crazy for this Milwaukee Bucks team. Jabari Parker went out again with the ACL injury. It sucks. Jabari Parker is one of my favorite players of the last few drafts, and I hope he's able to come back and ball out with Giannis because I really want that duo to work out. Also, Chris Middleton was out for the majority of the season. So, unfortunately, these guys aren't able to play with each other for an entirety of the season due to injuries. And unlike Chris Middleton and Jabari Parker, Matthew Dellavedova, who they signed to a kind of ridiculous contract last year, didn't play up to standards. He isn't the starting point guard anymore. Malcolm Brogdon, the Rookie of the Year, and the NBA Rookie of the Year, second round pick, showed out, balled out for this Bucks team. And this season, if they're all healthy together, they could be higher than what I have them now. And I hope that I have them as low as possible so they can prove me wrong, considering I really like this Bucks team. They're the future. This is team futuristic. 2 years ago in my NBA preview, I had them at this number 10th spot. People called me crazy. Maybe I was a little bit too eager and too ahead of my time putting them at that 10th spot 2 years ago, but I saw the potential and I thought that was going to be that year, and unfortunately it wasn't. But this year, I guarantee you they will be the top 5 team in the Eastern Conference. This is the Eastern Conference. I mean, come on. They're making playoffs for sure this year. They're too talented to not make it. So let's take a look at the offseason moves to see how they try to improve from last year.
So here's what happened. They lost Michael Beasley and possibly Jason Terry's sweaty headband and tall socks. Right now, he's not with this team. Apparently, he's working on a contract with the Bucks. In reality, he should kind of, hang him up. But if he's able to keep getting them checks, by all means, keep getting them checks. They drafted DJ Wilson with the 17th spot and Sterling Brown with the 46th. Who knows if they're going to be getting some PT this season, but if last year's Rookie of the Year, Malcolm Brogdon, is any indication on how well the Bucks have been drafting lately, they should be good. They didn't acquire anything really, except for a future MVP candidate in Giannis Antetokounmpo, who could be an MVP candidate this season. He could definitely be a guy you talk about at the end of the year saying, you got to mention Giannis when you talk about LeBron, Westbrook, Harden, Kawhi, etc. The rotation looks like Don Maker as a starting center. I think that's what the Bucks are going with. Parker, once he's healthy, Giannis, Chris Middleton, and Malcolm Brogdon. That lineup is kind of crazy. That's a futuristic lineup that I hope works. The bench, we have Greg Monroe, John Henson, Snell, Vaughn, and Matthew Dellavedova. Not the best backup guards. I like Monroe. I like Henson. Maybe they could try to trade one of those said players to bolster up their backup guards, unless Rashad Vaughn has kind of like a breakout year.
Team futuristic. I absolutely love this team. So my question for the Bucks this season is Giannis Antetokounmpo an MVP caliber player, and will he be one of the top guys, if not the MVP of the league this season? Kobe Bryant challenged him. Giannis is definitely going to step up and try to accept that challenge.
Giannis won Most Improved Player this year, which is amazing. He scored 22 points, averaged 22 points, almost had a double-double. Probably in the future, probably this season. I could definitely see Giannis averaging a double-double and even close to a triple-double this season. So if he's able to increase his numbers by that much, you're definitely going to have to talk about him when you're talking about the MVP candidate. Now, as for getting an MVP award this year, I still feel it's a little bit too early. But if this team is healthy, definitely. And if the Bucks are high up in the Eastern Conference, he's going to be a favorite. And right now, I can't see a more likely MVP than Giannis. Obviously, you got to talk about Westbrook and Harden. They had 2 major players added to their team, and Chris Paul and Paul George. I feel like their numbers will be a little bit down compared to last year. Not by much, but enough for Giannis to gain some ground on him. LeBron and Kawhi are probably going to have to carry their teams this season. So definitely, Giannis is a top 5 MVP candidate this season. I still think it's too early, but he is a strong favorite. Maybe because I just like him. I like the Bucks. I like the future with this Bucks organization. And Mallory Edens, of course. So let me know in the comment section below. Do you feel like Giannis is going to get the MVP award this year? I'd hope so. But realistically, I don't think so.
So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like on it. It's greatly appreciated considering these videos do take a long time to make, edit, render, draw the art. So thank you in advance. Before you go, check out some of these other videos on screen right now featuring the NBA previews past episodes. The link is in the description for the NBA preview playlist in case you want to watch the rest of the series, along with my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at Envyerz if you want to chat it up about the preview or anything basketball related. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.